First things first, folks, this video does contain spoilers, so if you've not read the book, have no intentions of reading the book, or have read the book partly but haven't finished it all, be warned that it will contain some spoilers and could potentially ruin your reading, so don't watch if you haven't read. And moving on, nice to meet you all. I am known as Ramchana and Kuno1 on YouTube. I intend to make AMVs, so this is quite an unusual experience for me to be making a video featuring myself. But on the other hand, this book is pretty much worth it, so here I am. Say hello and give my views on the book. Maybe give a couple heads up as well to parts which are worthwhile and stuff. Anyway, time drags on, as you say. We don't have a time to end, so let's move on to the show. Firstly, we'll move on to the fact that the book in question, Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows, is far more sinister than any other book I've read in the Harry Potter series. Death is like expected in that book too much. There's so many people who died and I sort of lost count after so long, I didn't see a point in trying to keep up anymore. There's a lot of good people who died there who maybe didn't deserve it. There's other surprising factors. Snape, for one. We all believe Snape to be a very arrogant and holds a grudge. That's what we believed him to be, like most of us at least. I know I did. But it seemed that he didn't, because he'd actually killed Dumbledore on Dumbledore's orders during the night when they attacked the castle in the 6th book. It was in the event that if Draco couldn't do it, Dumbledore did not wish for Draco Malfoy to be severely punished by Voldemort, so he took upon himself that if he were in such a state that anything happened, that he'd die. Secondly, the curse from the Gaunt Ring also meant that he only had about a year to live regardless, so it's better for him. Damn walls and nothing gonna annoy me as usual. But there was another thing that came to light which I didn't think of him. He had feelings for Lily. This is why he turned traitor on Voldemort, and it seemed he was truly on the good side for all that time, acting upon Dumbledore's orders like Dumbledore had insisted to Harry so long ago. That's probably why he resents James so much, because he never got the chance with Lily, which he probably would have liked. Then we bring to light Lupin and Tonks. Very nice people, both of them, and both do get married. They also do have a child, which they call Ted Tonks, which they name after a father who gets hunted down and killed by a group of Death Eaters. Unfortunately, they end up dying as well, so fortunately the child they have ends up an orphan. The only orphan, I presume, that gets in Hogwarts Express that many years later, after everyone's grew up and everyone's had their own kids. Probably a curse, maybe by chance it happens. But there's always, or at least once every so often, an orphan gets on that train to Hogwarts. To soon call Hogwarts their home. Harry faces facts. He realises that he is also part of Horcrux. His soul, or part of Voldemort's soul, should I say, resides in Harry, thus making him a Horcrux, which Harry knows that he has to face Voldemort and die so the Horcrux will be destroyed. Anyone who's read the Half-Blood Prince will know why Horcruxes are important. to Voldemort. He does this in the attempt to weaken Voldemort, which he does. He faces Voldemort and accepts his death quite willingly. Afterwards, he's dead, as far as we can tell. And then, next thing you know, we're speaking to Dumbledore in spirit. Dumbledore then goes on to explain about his family. We all know briefly about Aberforth, but we never heard anything prior to that. We never heard anything about his mother or father or his sister, which he does have. He then goes on to explain about many other things, which if you read the book you'll learn. He goes on about the Elder Wand, which Voldemort now carries as his own personal wand. The Elder Wand itself could be seen as a cursed wand. It's a very powerful and unique wand, something like Harry's was, except there was definitely only one of a kind of it. When Voldemort manages to gain possession of it, he thinks he will beat Harry, because legends say that it was so superior that no one could stand up to it. Although the problem was, Voldemort had counted on it being unhappy about being paid for new owner, which it didn't belong with. Wand law is bizarre, and this is one of the evidences of it. As Voldemort had not claimed it, the Elder Wand, through battle with the other witch or wizard, the wand did not choose and did not accept being with him, therefore restricting Voldemort. In reality, the wand never belonged to him. It was in the hands of a stranger. Now it seems bizarre, a wand that can have its own feelings about its owner, but it did. Then if we think of Creature, look back and you'll remember him being a very bitter house elf. Come to the next book, which we're up to now, and you'll see that in time he actually grows like Harry, Ron and Hermione, which wasn't too surprising. I suppose he just did need love and a bit of attention, but you can't help but wonder what if the love that being shown to him prior to this would the likes of Sirius Black been killed. I don't think he would have, but you can't do it about it. Suffice to say, we all think Harry's dead. He doesn't die though, he comes back, because Harry asks Dumbledore, Sam are dead. Dumbledore says in words similar to this effect: you have the choice to move on to the afterlife, or you can go back and help the families who could still be protected. He goes back, pretends he's dead, and Neville Longbottom, who is stunned, manages to pull out the sword, which Godric Gryffindor's sword, which he uses to cut off Nagini's head, which is Voldemort's snake and was also one of the Horcrux. This gives Harry the chance to finally defeat Voldemort, as all his Horcruxes have been destroyed. The only soul that resides or remains of the Horcrux is in Voldemort's body itself, so basically meaning he was good as mortal. And finally, Harry and Ginny get married. They have 3 kids, 3 very, very lovely kids from what I can tell. And part of one of Harry's kids' names is actually Severus, which he took from Severus Snape as an honour, I suppose. Although I think they were just horny little buggers, but that's my opinion. Ron and Hermione get together, which isn't greatly surprising because he did flirt a great deal throughout the book. Thank you for watching and hope this has been informative.